take the hall, Toastmaster Adrian,
Yeah, wait a second.
shall we?
Okay. Hello everyone. Yeah, how are you? How is it going?
Woo!
Just who?
It is going.
Yeah, it's been a while. I've been here and yeah, just exciting to meet all of you, Toastmasters, my beloved SCBD Toastmasters. Okay, now we are going to start our regular meeting, but before that, there are several things to as our house rules for us to ensure our meeting going smoothly and we can learn a lot of this meeting. The first one, I'd like to thank all of you that attend this meeting on time. Thank you everyone for having a time your beautiful weekend to attend to our regular meeting. Second one, rename yourself because you can rename yourself if you are role takers. Please put the role in front of your name. And if you are a Toastmasters, please put TM dash your name, dash your club. And if you are our beloved distinguished guest, please put C in front of your name so we can call out to you correctly. The third one is turn on your camera, then keep your microphone on mute while others are talking. And if you are being called by the speakers, please just unmute your microphone. Or if you're off, or it is your turn to speak, then be fully present. And this is the most important thing. Have fun! Yay! Okay, that's it for the house rules for today. I think I will hand the control to Madam President Toastmaster Donna. Take it away.
Thank you, Toastmaster Adrian. Happy morning, everyone.
Happy morning.
Happy
Good
morning.
morning. So good to see you again. How has your month been? How has March been to you? Want to ask Toastmaster Dedeh.
Hi, hi.
Hello, hello.
Oh,
How has this month been to you?
this month was grateful because the one of my dream counseling this month, and I believe everything will come in the good way, and perhaps I can believe it for the future also.
Very peaceful and mindful. Thank you, Toastmaster Dedeh, for sharing. Well, my name is Donna, and I'm here to open this meeting. Just a quick few things regarding who we are as a club. So, welcome to SCBD Toastmasters Club. We are part of District 87 Area I3. We are supportive, courageous, brilliant, and determined, just like the namesake neighborhood we were named after. We are part of Toastmasters International that has existed since 1924, focusing on public speaking and leadership with nearly 300,000 members worldwide in almost all countries. So if you want to make friends, not just online, but like all over the world, this is the place for you. Now, we believe in integrity, respect, service, and excellence. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. We do that through pathways. So, in the Toastmasters curriculum, there are 6 paths. If you want to take more responsibilities at work, try dynamic leadership. If you want to motivate others, try motivational strategies. If you've never been on stage before, try presentation mastery. There's always something for everyone. And within those paths, there are unique projects. For example, we will get you paid audience members and hecklers that will throw fake tomatoes at you in difficult audience. We will also make you make your own event in high performance leadership. You can make your own podcast. You can prove that you're a good listener, and so many others. And being a Toastmaster is a chance for you to become a world public speaking champion, an international leader, a mentor to others, and a leader of your own terms. All of these are absolutely true, by the way. And we'd like to welcome our beloved neighbors, Toastmaster Aqara from Ministry of Finance as Club President, and Toastmaster Ilmi as VP Education of Ministry of Finance. Hello, neighbors. And not now, not in Ramadan, but we generally will meet every Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. GMT plus 7. Right now, and this will be our last meeting of this month, we meet Saturdays from 9 to 11 a.m. Okay, so that will be it. I'd like to officially open this meeting by saying, Happy morning. Please unmute yourselves. Happy morning.
Happy morning.
So, thank you. I'd now like to hand the control to the Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Dedeh.
Thank you so much, Madam President, Toastmaster Donna, and happy morning and welcome to SCBD Toastmaster Club. So before I start, I will share my PowerPoint first. Okay, this is the happy morning in the Ramadan, and I hope you still have the spirit to open your eyes. I know in this Ramadan sometimes we feel like sleepy or maybe don't want to do the hard things. And for today, we will start with the embracing simplicity because we don't want to make our brain hard to think. So we will just start with the simplicity. What is this mean? Sometimes in our life, we have a lot of the things, a lot of the tasks, but for today, we make it simplicity and we need to contemplate about something. And because word of the day is contemplate, the meaning is to think deeply about something, often in a reflective or serious manner. It can also refer to considering a possibility or future action. For example, maybe we can contemplate with drink of a coffee or simple conversation with our friends, our family, or just doing our hobby, such as drawing. So before we continue to another, I think I want to ask one of you to share about what is the simplicity things that make your day is better and joy. Okay, so for this one, I saw. Can I call Toastmaster Tivanka?
Hello.
Hello, Tivanka. Can you please share with me the simple joy that make you feel better in your day?
What I can think of is one when I'm in the office, sometimes I can randomly just get a coffee or food from one of the people there, and it makes me really happy usually.
Okay, so the coffee make you happy in your work?
Yeah, because I think it makes you feel like, oh, they thought about me when they're going to buy it, and yeah, it's just feels very sweet.
Yeah, the coffee will change your emotion, your mood, even if you have a lot of the work make you stressful, but if you can do it with your coffee, I think it will be more easier to do all of the things. Thank you, Toastmaster Tivanka.
Thank you.
So for this one, as usual, as usual, in our meeting, we have the three agenda. The first is prepared speech, and the second is table topic, and the last one is evaluation session. And for the next, I will share our general evaluator team, and for this one, I will call our GE for today. This means Toastmaster, our neighbor, actually. Toastmaster, our secretary, Toastmaster Farah. Toastmaster Farah, could you please share with us your team? And also, if you have a time, could you please share the simplicity about the make you feel joy every day, and also your team. The screen is yours, Toastmaster Farah.
Okay, thank you so much, Madam Tom. So, what's a simple thing that makes me happy? I mean, I think the question, right? I guess it's simply having a slow morning, which is actually only happened in the weekend because every morning I have to rush to go to the office and work and doing so many things that I have to do on the day. So having a slow morning is actually make me feel joy in the weekend. Okay, so today I will be the general evaluator for this meeting. So what is a general, what are actually the general evaluator? So the general evaluator is the one that will evaluate everything that take place throughout the meeting. Like during the meeting, I will take notes of everything. Is the meeting according to the predefined agenda or not, and what's supposed to happen or not. I will also evaluate the meeting flow and how duties are performed. And at the end of the meeting, I will share my feedback report for our learning. But this time, I won't be alone. I have a team that hugely supports me. First of all, we will have our timer, and let's hear from her. What will she do in this meeting? Toastmaster Flo, as a timer, screen is yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator, my fellow Toastmaster and guests. My name is Flo, and today I'll be the timer. In order to be eligible for voting, speakers need to finish their speech within the time allocation. Now, for prepared speech, it will be in 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will change the screen into green. At 6 minutes into yellow, and at 7 into red. And now, at this point, speakers need to finish in less 30 seconds. For table topics, it will be in 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will change the screen to green. At 1 minute 30 seconds into yellow, and at 2 minutes into red. And at this point, the speaker need to finish in less than 30 seconds. For the evaluation session, it will be in 2 until 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will change the screen to green light. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds into yellow. And at 3 minutes into red. At this point, speaker need to finish in less than 30 seconds. Back to you, General Evaluator.
All right, thank you. And second, we also have our Ah-WoD counter, which will be presented by our neighbor, Toastmaster Ilmi, from Ministry of Finance. Toastmaster Club, the screen is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, our beautiful GE. Hi everyone, I'm Ilmi. Thank you so much for having us from Ministry of Finance Club. I will be and WoD counter, which is Contemplate. So at the end of the meeting, I will give you a report how many times you say a filler word like and repeated words, and also I will count your double WoD, which is Contemplate. So indeed, we have to be happy here to speech, but please make this meeting meaningful with using the contemplate as our word of the day today. That's for me. Back to you, our.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ilmi. And next, we also have our grammarian. So what is a grammarian? Let's hear from our neighbor, Toastmaster Aqara from Ministry of Finance Toastmaster Club. Screen is yours.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Farah. Before I explain what the role of a grammarian is, I think I would like to respond to the question of the day first. So, what is a simple joy that makes me happier? If I'm not mistaken, was the question. I am a little bit of a nerd. So, one thing that I enjoy so much and makes my day better is to attend classes with my friends. So, I love talking to my friends in class. I love taking breaks with them. Yeah, that is one simple thing that actually makes my day better. All right, next up, I would like to reintroduce our word of the day. It has actually been mentioned by our Toastmaster of the meeting. Our word of the day today is contemplate, which is a verb that means look thoughtfully for a long time at or think carefully about something. If you would like to use it in a sentence, you could say something like, he sat on the carpet contemplating on how he can declutter his room. I will be posting the word of the day in the chat box, if you guys can see in the chat box right there. And next up, I would like to explain what the role of the grammarian is. So the grammarian, as the name is pretty self-explanatory, what I'm going to do is that I will take note of the interesting grammar points that we talk about here in today's meeting, and I will be delivering the report at the end of the meeting. I will also be taking note of any beautiful quotes or remarkable words used by our speakers today. That will be the role of the grammarian, and I will be reporting my grammar reports at the end of the meeting along with the other evaluators. Back to you, Madam G.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aqara. Last but not least, I am going to call Toastmaster Adibah to explain about the ballot counter rule. Don't forget to answer the question of the day anyway. Screen is yours, Toastmaster Adibah.
Okay, thank you. So for the question today is what simple thing that might make my days better? For me, when I have a breakfast tasty meal for my morning, it will be make my day a lot better. Because if we don't eat a breakfast, I will be some tiger to in my office. So yeah, I just need a breakfast, especially tasty meal for my morning, and I will be happy all a day. So that's simple things that my days better. And also for my role is as a ballot counter. Today, my role is to collect vote and announce the winner at the end. We will have 3 voting sessions. First is for a favorite speaker, favorite table topic speaker, and the last is for favorite evaluator. I'll be sharing the voting list in the chat, so make sure to everyone to vote today. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Back to Madam G.
Okay, so we have met all of the GE team. And for the speakers, good luck for your speech. And I'm going to hand this over to the Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Dedeh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Farah, and also the team. Yeah, mostly all of our general evaluation team said that the morning is the key to start the joy. So please make it bright and fulfilling your joy with SCBD Toastmaster for today. And now let's move on to the prepared speeches session where our speaker will share their insight and story. And for the first speaker, we have our active member from the HEBD Toastmaster. She's very, joyful and also a lot of the insightful in her story. And for the first speaker, it will be shared and also introduced by our first evaluator, our Madam President. The first prepared speaker is Toastmaster Dinda, and she will be evaluated by Toastmaster Donna. So Toastmaster Donna, please introduce your first speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dedeh. Hi, everyone. Happy morning. My name is Donna, and I am very happy to introduce you to our very first speaker, Toastmaster Dinda. He will be presenting the project Connect with Storytelling. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story. She is doing this as part of the presentation mastery path, and she will have 5 to 7 minutes to do her speech. So let us start. Without further ado, let us welcome Toastmaster Dinda with the title, Click the Restart Button. Click the Restart Button, Toastmaster Dinda.
Five, four, three, two, one. Happy New Year! I know it's a little bit late because it's already March, but I want to say Happy New Year, everyone who already make the resolutions. So, in this new year, me, Dinda Mesari, I will be a new person. Surely all the resolutions and dreams will come true, starting from being diligent in exercising, reading more books, and not procrastinating, and even trying to find a good boyfriend. That's my resolution. Such beautiful resolutions. But usually, in fact, in the end of the first quarter, or maybe at the end of 1st January, the resolutions already off track. So let's get a little bit flashback. In 2024, who here has ever had a resolutions to live minimalist life, not buying things that are not needed, but then end up checking out new cardigan just because the color is purple and it's cute? Me. Or who in this room decide to get a gym membership and under the pretense of I will exercise more, but in the end, just become a donor of the gym, pay it without even visit it? Me. And there must be someone whose resolutions was to read more books, but end up just being a book collector, not reading, just buying. Who could this be? Who else? Of course, me. And maybe you? But possibly all of us. So I found a good article. According to a survey conducted by Forbes Holt in 2023, 8% say that the resolutions lasted for 1 month. 20% reported it lasted for 2 months. And then 13% reported the resolutions lasted for 4 months. Only 1% said the resolution lasted for 12 months. Wow! A little flashback on 2024, myself, as someone who is optimistic for being a better person, of course, at the beginning of the year, I made a resolutions. And then I make on my book and set goals what I want to achieve. Some of these resolutions, actually, this is a little bit secret, but I want to share to you. Some of these resolutions included, first, becoming fluent in speaking new language, specifically because I really love watching Korean dramas. So one of my resolutions is becoming fluent in speaking and understanding Korean. The second,
because I really love when I see myself in the mirror. So the second resolution is having a flawless and then a glowing face like Korean celebrity. And then the third resolution, I'm a little bit shy to say this, but having an hourglass body like Jenny Blackpink. But none of this were achieved. I was trying so hard back then. Even though I bought a book that claimed to make me fluent in Korean from zero, my Korean ability is limited to 안녕하세요, 사랑해요, 괜찮아, 땡땡땡땡. I even bought 10-step skincare routine to get the face as flawless as Korean celebrity, but it's not achieved a little bit. And I also bought new shoes and new yoga mat, upgrade my membership in the gym to motivate me to exercise more. But the goal is not achieving also. So I start wondering, contemplating, was something wrong? Or, I don't know, guys, should I just give up and stop making resolutions every year? But one day, I found an answer by one of advisor in the consulting firm. His name is Justin Hill, and he said something like, resolutions often fail because people never turn resolutions into habits. The key is habit. Research show that 40% of what we do every day is habit. Habits are things we do without thinking, like our routines, just doing it automatically. The problem is, until now, resolutions have only been associated by just a result. So we don't focus on understanding the specific behaviors we need to adopt as a process to achieve these results and goals. Therefore, in conclusion, I think that we don't need to erase or to delete our resolutions. The things that we need to do is restart our resolutions. So it's not just a dreams, but it's habit. So we need to click the restart button. For the example, in my case, because one of my resolutions is being fluent in Korean, I can change that into learn one new Korean word every day. So it's not just a dream for be a speaker in Korean fluently, but just one day, one word, and then maybe take a note from the drama I see. I think it will be affected my ability to speak in Korean. The second example is I write exercise more often or exercise and visiting gym more regularly. I can change that just into walk in 30 minutes every day. Or maybe I can change that visit gym every Saturday. I think it will be more make sense. And then the third resolutions, I may read more books. It's not really specifical, so my brain has so many reasons to at the end not read more books. So I change it to read for 10 minutes every day. I think by doing this restart, resolutions that were just once a dream can be more easily visualized by turning them into specific and measurable habits. And this activity is also in line with the principle of atomic habits by James Clear, where the small habits we do every day will make us 1% better each day. By the end of the year, that 1% will grow about 37 times. Small but consistent. And this kind of effort more effective than just one-time big changes. So in 2025, in this year, I mean, instead of focusing on the result of resolutions, I choose to click the restart button. I choose to restart and focus on the good habits. What about you? Oh, what time is it? Excuse me. It's time for my running jogging. By the way, don't forget to restart your click button and then restart your resolutions. Back to you, Tom. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Toastmaster Dinda. Yeah, just click the button and then the restart your journey. Please give a round of applause for Toastmaster Dinda. I know 2025 is already 3 months left, but I believe we still have the resolution. The resolution is still not in the January, but still in your mind, and I believe it can be your direction to make it happen in this year, not only the resolution, but in the real life. For example, like Toastmaster Dinda to learn one sentence in the Korean language so you can talk to the oppa in South Korea. Not saying 안녕하세요 or the simple things, but you can make the good conversation and maybe you can get the connection with them. And let's move on to our second speaker. She is the one of our leader in SCBD Toastmaster, and she was amazing because she led the volunteering project. And if you join in the early of the March, you saw that the amazing event because we finally can invite one of the women in Toastmaster International, which is Toastmaster Leony. Congratulations for your project. And she will be evaluated by our Toastmaster Tivanka. So for this one, I will consult to Toastmaster Tivanka to introduce and also share the story for the Toastmaster Leony. Toastmaster Tivanka, the screen is yours.
Happy morning, all.
Happy morning.
Happy morning. So I'll be evaluating, my name is Tivanka. I'll be evaluating Toastmaster Leony's speech today. And she is doing her level 5 project 3, leading in your volunteer organization. She's taking the engaging humor pathway. And so her project, the purpose of her project is for the member to apply the skills needed to successfully lead in a volunteer organization. And it's for the member to also share some aspect of his or her experience serving as a leader in a volunteer organization. So Toastmaster Leony, eternal growth of the accidental VPE. Eternal growth of the accidental VPE, Toastmaster Leony.
So, did you know that I actually cried a few days after I was being a VPE? You know, I actually like being a VPE because I was on the education committee at that time. But after a few days being a VPE, and I do know the full scope of being the VP of SCBD, I was like, oh my God, I did not sign up for this. This is too much. So I never planned to become a VPE. And actually, someone actually signed me up as a VPE, and nobody else signed up. So there you go. That's just me as your VPE for this term. And then I realized being a VPE is like being a wedding planner, but the wedding is on weekly basis. So that's just how it is to be a VPE in SCBD Toastmasters Club. But by the progress of being a VPE, I actually learned a lot of things. The first thing that I actually learned is about communication. I learned to speak out loud and not just in my head because I'm actually an introvert. Our club president is an extrovert. She is an ENTJ. So when she actually asked updates about our educational plan, at that moment I was like having this internal panic because I'm not used to telling out progress because I'm an INFJ. So it gave me a little bit of pressure. But then I learned about something. I learned about what communication style that my club president has and what my communication style as well. So I just realized that she only needs a visible progress. And while me, I do silent progress because everything is all in the back of my head, in my imagination. But after I learned about that, I try to have a better communication skills. I talked to her about my struggle of creating a plan, a yearly plan. I told her that I could only plan for like a couple of months ahead because I'm a slow thinker. So she actually supported me absolutely, like 100%. So that is when I learned about amazing thing of communication skills. The second thing that I actually learned about is resilience. You know how many text message that I sent every week? It is a lot. And most of them are just silently being ignored. But I learned not to take those things personally because I do know it's not because they are mean or they don't want to reply my message. It's just because they have another schedule and sometimes it's not comfortable for them to say no. So I learned not to take it personally. And I also learned that because I learned from experience, I learned to respond faster because I felt like I think it would be helpful for people if they could have a faster response on text message, even if it's a no. So if you ask me something and I cannot say yes, I will just say no, but I will do it in a faster way. One other thing that I actually learned about being a VP is that quick thinking. I admit that I'm a slow thinker, right? But just like today, one of our speakers are not coming. So I have to think something, right? I just thought, okay, I actually want to deliver my speech, but actually not today. And I'm not really ready to do it. But you know what? We're going to have a holiday, so just do it. I mean, so at this moment, I do a quick thinking, I make a quick decision. And I realize that growth isn't always like slow and steady. Sometimes it is fast and fueled by panic. So yeah, I think it still counts, right? And another thing that I actually happy about is that being a VPE made me realize something, that I'm not growing alone. The whole club grew with me. And being VPE in SCBD is actually easy, because all the members, they don't just show up, but they show up for each other. If you know that some people could not come to this meeting, but everyone is uh, getting their hands up and like Toastmasters Flow, Toastmasters Tivanka helped me today. So it's not it's not just about assigning roles, it's about building trust, teamwork, and this wonderful family that makes you feel like you've never really carrying things alone. So now that I contemplate this, yes, I cried at the beginning of my VPE role, but now I'm smiling because I've grown, not just in skills, but in connection. So I may have stepped into this role by accident, but the growth, that was intentional. And the best part is I didn't grow alone, I grew with all of you. And that is the eternal growth of one very lucky VP. Back to you, Toastmasters of the meeting.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Leony. You are the amazing Vice President of the Education. So please give a round of applause for Toastmaster Leony. Yeah, I know that it's so hard if we can it's so hard if we do as a leader, and I believe you are the amazing leader because all of the thing that you done in SCBD Toastmaster, personally I can get the impactful, insightful every event that you do, like today our meeting. So it will be make me as the member can be okay, I want to be more active, okay, I want to be more insightful for others. So it's not only about me, but I want to make others also get inspired what I am doing right now. So thank you so much for be the grateful vice president of the education. And let's we move on to the another things. We have our last speaker. This is our immediate past president, and he will share about the story. And the story, I think, it will be a reflect to our self what we already done or not. So, but for this one, I will consult back to our last evaluation, Toastmaster Adrian. So, Toastmaster Adrian, please introduce and welcome our speaker.
Hello, everyone. Today, it's just a coincidence that our third speaker, immediate past president, Toastmaster Andhyka, will deliver his last project on his path. Reflect on your path in engaging humor. Contemplating, just a coincidence for this. This last project, Reflect on Your Path, the speaker would share with us some aspect of their growth and what's the story so during his path taking this engaging humor path. So, without further ado, please help me welcome Toastmaster Andhyka Sumarsono with his title Pill. Pill Andhyka, Toastmaster Andhyka Sumarsono. The screen is yours.
I don't usually do this, but let me start by sharing a little secret. I used to believe that structure is the answer of my life. My life was so structured. It looked like a perfectly tumpeng rice. with a yellow rice cone perfectly in the middle, all neat and Instagram worthy. Structure made me feel safe, secure, and most importantly, like I was in control of every aspect in my life. As time goes by, as gray hair grows more, I can't help but contemplate. Was all that structure really keeping me safe? Or was it keeping me stuck? Fellow Toastmaster and guests, life isn't always about sticking to the plan. Sometimes life throws you balls. In my case, maybe durians. Those spiky, intimidating opportunities that you don't know how to handle. And when it comes, actually, it doesn't come with a YouTube version of tutorial how to deal with durians in your life. And for your information, I am not a big fan of durian. And usually when those opportunities come, I have a default answer. No, thank you. I'm good. Instead, I'm watching my Netflix. At first, I thought it was good. I felt fine. Even I was so proud of myself with my ability to dodge from the chaos of change. But then I realized, slowly but surely, regret creeping into my mind. It's like the smell of durian. I began to contemplate those missed opportunities. I kept wondering, what if I did that? What was the impact? When you're in 20s or 30s, the prime of your body age, you can be selective. However, as you go more senior, those opportunities might not come again. So at one point of time, I decided I do not want to live with what ifs, what if, what if. So I did something completely out of my character. Toastmaster Leony, I signed up for the Engaging Humor Pathway. Wait, was that Toastmaster Leony or was this that Toastmaster Donna? Well, anyway, both are great VPEs. That's right, me, the structured guy, very serious, trying to make people laugh. Now, let me tell you, my first attempt at humor was unforgettable for all wrong reasons. I delivered what I thought it was a comedy masterpiece. I delivered it with enthusiasm. I paused for the laugh, and what did I get? Silent. Absolute silent. Not even a chirping cricket. But I could see some people gave me that polite, lipped sweet, a smile. I stood there and I was thinking maybe they say, bless your heart, Andhyka, at least you tried. Then I questioned my life choice, thinking, do I really want to be a stand-up comedian? Is this how I feel when people stop laughing at you? But the story doesn't end there. It gets better. In my next Toastmaster speech, I was ready. I had refined all of my speech. I consulted with mentor and even rehearsed every time I took a shower. This time, most of the audience laughed. Woo, it felt great. Yet, I noticed at the end of the laugh, they were grinning nervously at the same time, shifting their position in their chair uncomfortably. I was happy at first until someone said, Andhyka, I applauded your courage to tell the joke. Then I realized I was telling a joke about government officials in the government building where our club gets huge support by government. I discovered my jokes had been gone too far. So the recording didn't make it past the censor. Yes, you cannot get the digital trace of that copy. Well, I hope the ESCO kept it well. And I thought, maybe comedy isn't my thing. But here's what I learned. I don't have gray hair for in vain. So I learned about peeling back the layers of doubt and my fears. It's like peeling an onion. It's not Ronaldo. It's messy, uncomfortable, and sometimes it's painful. There were moments during my Toastmaster journey in engaging humor pathways like, Andhyka, why? Why did you choose this path? You can try the other one. Why did you choose this? But each time I contemplated, I could see the growth in me, the strength in me, and the transformation that I was chasing. So as I peeled the layers, I started to discover things about myself that I've never known before. I learned that humor isn't only about cracking jokes, isn't only about making people laugh. It's about connecting to the audience at the human level. It's about sharing our vulnerabilities and finding joy in the imperfections. It's about telling the world, hey, I'm not perfect, but who is? And then realizing the audience is nodding along with me. Same. Peeling those layers also taught me about humility. I learned that even though you thought that that was the comedy masterpiece, or it was the most funniest joke in the world, not every joke will land successfully. Sometimes you'll misstep. And that's fine. The most important thing is that you embrace that moment. You learn from that. And what do? We keep moving forward. Completing engaging humor pathway wasn't just about developing my skill. It was transforming my personality. I discovered a new version of myself, Andhyka 2.0. If you follow my Instagram, in the past weeks, I uploaded stories and I found humorous things from mundane things around me. In Hong Kong, where I lived, I can tell a joke about the street name or a building or a road sign, as long as it makes me laugh. And you know what? I don't care whether people are laughing at me, laughing with me. It doesn't matter. What matters is when I thought it's funny and I think it's not offensive, then I should give it a try. If it's not funny, then you'll know. There is no love, there is no response, and that's fine. Then I go to the next step. The version of me, he who dares to laugh, to deliver, and most importantly, to fail and try again. So my fellow Toastmaster and guests, life isn't all about staying polished and pristine. It's about getting messy temporarily, taking risk, and embracing all of the imperfection. Who in here dares to say that, oh, I'm perfect? No one, right? But who dares to say that I'm imperfect? Maybe not everyone. So, ladies and gentlemen, when life hands you onions, peel them one by one, because the sweetest rewards are waiting inside. Those mess up the meeting.
Please give a round of applause to Toastmaster Andhyka. You are contemplating how your first story was silent, but you still shared another humor story, and you did it because if I remember, I saw your story about the humor, and I really, enjoy your story. And you like this stand-up comedian, and I believe it's not the easy way because the first time it's always silent. Even I try to be funny also to my friend, but more I try, the less funny it becomes. So I never do a joke again. And congratulations, Toastmaster Andhyka, to completed your pathway. Yeah, this is a good achievement in the Ramadan session. Okay, so I think all of the prepared speaker is amazing. So I want to ask our timer, what time is it? So Toastmaster Flo, could you please share with us?
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Dedeh. For Toastmaster Dinda, is 10 minutes 15 seconds. I'm sorry you are not eligible to be voted. Toastmaster Leony, 7 minutes 8 seconds. And Toastmaster Andhyka, 11 minutes 45 seconds. Both are eligible to be voted. Hey, back to you, Toastmaster Dedeh.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Flo. So, unfortunately, our resolution cannot be voted, but don't worry, you still have a time in another session. So, I will ask our ballot counter, Toastmaster Adibah. Could you please share and make a little speech for this session?
Okay, wait a minute. I will share the Okay, here is the link for vote for the best speaker today. You can make sure everyone here to vote for our best speaker. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Back to Toastmaster Dedeh.
Toastmaster Adibah, are you share the link in the chat box? Oh,
Yes. Oh, sorry. Wait.
wait.
Wait. Something.
Toastmaster
Wait.
Adrian
Yeah.
already shared.
Oh,
So
yeah.
for
Sorry.
everyone,
Yeah.
please vote your favorite
Oh, yeah.
speaker for
Okay.
today. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Adibah.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's move on to another session. This is to all of the member can join in the session because we have a table topic session and it will be led by our beautiful lady Toastmaster Bebe. Hi, Toastmaster Bebe.
Master of the meeting, Toastmaster Dedeh. Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so the screen is
Okay.
yours.
Oh, Thank you, Toastmaster Dedeh. So before we start, I'd like to explain what table topic is, even though most of you, I believe, know it already, but I just want to repeat it. Toastmasters table topic session is a session where participants practice impromptu speaking. The purpose of this session is to help you as a member or guest develop quick thinking and spontaneous speaking skills. So when you agree to take the challenge, I will give you one topic and you have around like 20 to 30 seconds to contemplate what you are going to say. And each speaker should speak for 1 to 2 minutes. And make sure you use the word of the day in your speech, which contemplate. Okay, so before I start, I'm gonna share the screen first. Today, I'm not gonna use presentation because I'm so overwhelmed with the other things, but since the topic is quite interesting, so I took the challenge to be the Toastmaster of the meeting. And after contemplate a while, I decided something else to simplify it. Wait, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
All right. Let's start. Who's gonna try first? Maybe. So who's gonna play tarot with me? No, this is not tarot. Toastmaster Sony, because you are laughing, maybe you wanna try? Okay, I'll give
Sure,
the
okay.
chance for you. Okay.
I thought this is like Oracle's reading session that we are often do together.
Seems like, but not today.
Okay,
Okay, let's see
go ahead.
Okay. So let's see what will you get. Okay, so we actually can implement simplicity in all area of our life, right? So I have like 10 area of life. Let's see what area you get.
Physical space.
Okay.
What's the most cluttered area in your home, and how can you simplify it?
So what's the most cluttered area in your home and how you can simplify it? Just start whenever you are ready.
After contemplating for a while, I found that last week I just rearranged one of the part in my house that were so messed up, so cluttered, and I didn't thought that this place was so nice before because that was so messy, so cluttered, too many things on it. But after I arranged that in a nice way, I found that this place is nice. What is that part? That part is my kitchen. Who likes to cook? Who don't like washing dishes? And who don't like who likes hoarding of food for hoarding a lot of food in your rack? So yeah, these three combinations makes my kitchen messed up. I have a lot of food. I have a lot of unwashed dishes. I have a lot of dirty things in my kitchen. Then I start to, okay, I need to clean this up. I start diligently washing all the dishes, arrange this nicely in one rack. And I bought a new rack to put all my food there. And as a result, my kitchen was no longer messy. The food are arranged nicely and that expand my appetite. And a plus is that I now can have a new habit of cooking the dishes and the kitchen utensils right after cooking. So not only saving the space, but decluttering my stuff and doing the simplicity in one of my part in my room, which is the kitchen, helped me to build a new habit, which is cooking and washing dishes. Back to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sonny, for sharing it. Lovely. So now you have a tidy kitchen, right? So next time I can visit your house and ask for food again. Okay, next, who's gonna try? Who want me to read the question? Take card from the oracle deck. Maybe I want to invite visiting Toastmaster Ilmi. You wanna try? It's fun.
Yeah, sure, I will try.
Okay,
Physical space.
you want me
What's
to
the most cluttered
open the
area
next
in your
deck
home,
or
and how
shuffle
can
it
you
first?
simplify it?
I'll just shuffle it
Good.
first lah ya.
Okay.
Mental clutter. What's one thought or worry you could let go of today?
Okay, so the question is related to mental clutter. What's one thought or worry you could let go of today? Just start whenever you're ready.
What's one thing that I worry the most because I have to face the Idul Fitri after this. Of course, everyone will ask me why you not yet get married. So that thing that I would let go for this Idul Fitri session. Because why? Because I think married doesn't mean that you will go younger, right? So that's the point that I start letting go. Such as I tell my mom after this, if I go home and everyone's asked me why I'm not get married yet, and I will answer probably because I want to achieve my dreams. So everyone, please find your worry most and let it go. Because why? Sometimes you worry, what thing that you worry the most is because you're reflecting yourself with people. You comparing yourself with people. You always imagine when you not fulfill, you not you worry because you feel you're not fulfilling. So after I letting go the perspective of people say that woman is if woman that have the career and not get married yet, it means what is not tidak laku in English, not yeah. So that's thing that I try to let go this Idul Fitri. So I embrace everything that I get today, and I will not take the granted because when I see my friends that I'm not saying that they when someone the jobless is not happy, but for me, everyone's have their own problem in their life. Even if you are get married, then you will have another problem. So why not we just feel grateful to ourselves with our conditions of today. So that's for me. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ilmi. That's a beautiful and inspiring sharing. Yeah, so if you are going to come to your family, visit them, don't worry on whatever question they will ask. Maybe sometimes they just want to ask you, right? Maybe it's a form of caring too.
Yeah.
Okay, next. I want to offer it to our guest. Do you want to try it?
I will try. So good for me, kan?
Okay, let's see what card you get today.
Technology use. What's one app or notification you could delete to reduce distractions?
Okay, so every one of us, of course, use handphone, right? And we download so many applications. But actually today, I want to ask soon-to-be Toastmaster Dwi, what's one application or notification you could delete to reduce distraction? Start
Uh,
whenever you're ready.
okay. Thank you, baby. Sorry. I still learn with my language in English, but can I speak bahasa? Oke. Aplikasi yang akan saya delete adalah WA karena itu is so distraction for me because it's the notification from my friend from the group and anything in WA. I I delete my WA itu. Thank you dan Di.
Okay. Thank you, Suntobi Toastmaster Dwi, and I appreciate for you brave to join this table topic session. How could you live without WhatsApp? So how you communicate with your friends? But I know it's interesting because sometimes I also like turn off my phone, not only uninstall one application. Next, who's gonna try? Who else wanna try it? Oh, okay, yay, our president, Professor Donna. Well, let's see what card you get today.
Time management. What's one activity you could stop doing to free up more time?
Wow, as a leader of Toastmaster, as a president, you must be learn this a lot, right? So the question is, what's one activity you could stop doing to free up more time?
Wow, what a stressful question. Hold on, let me think first. Let me think. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, after contemplating, just go ahead.
Did you know that there is a research that shows that there is a maximum amount of time that you can commute to work and not reduce the level of happiness? And that is 2 hours each way. My commute takes about 70 to 85 minutes each way, and therefore it is nearing the limit of it turning into something sour and making my life awful because it is past the maximum amount of time for commuting to work. If I could remove one thing from my life so that I could free up more time, it is commuting. I wish that on the bus I could just and like work from my head, like telepathically, and then I could like type in my head and then things get done. And then I wished that I could be more active, like as I was, say, last year or at the beginning of this year in this club. And maybe I could help more people. And all of that is because 3.5 hours get taken away because I commute. So, ladies and gentlemen, if I had the option to get rid of one thing in my life that could, first of all, make me happy, second, make me younger for longer, third, reduce my stress, fourth, make me get to hang out with you more often, it is commuting. Because I used to think that I was this most productive person on earth because I didn't commute. But now that I commute, it takes so much of my time. And how I wish that I could do more things other than just stand there on the bus or be in the car and do nothing but drive. Thank you. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Madam President Toastmaster Donna. So maybe we can invite Doraemon ya, and ask for pintu kemana saja, so we don't need to commute a lot, right? But still can meet people and do a lot of things, right? So I still have several questions, but maybe I can only invite one or two people left. So who's gonna take this chance. Um, Toastmaster Farah, you wanna try it?
Okay.
Nice. Okay, let me shuffle it first.
Work and productivity.
Okay.
What's one meeting or commitment you could say no to this week?
So as you are working to write, now I'm gonna ask you simplicity in work and productivity. What's one meeting or commitment you could say no to this week? You have
Well, what's one meeting or commitment you could say no to this week? So, in terms of work and productivity, actually, I'm still bad at saying no to meeting or commitment because, yeah, there are so many things that rely on myself as a sole role in my position. So, yeah, I did not have much chance to say no, but I'll try to adjust saying no to the other things. Like I am saying no if there are meeting outside the office, like my friends asking for, well, not really friends. It's like alumni of school having a gathering, and I'm saying no because that's the list in my priority list. So yeah, I'm still trying to say no to commitment and meetings, but try to adjust what can I do for that. Thank you. Back to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Farah, for sharing. But I would suggest to don't say no to Toastmaster Leony's invitation to join a robotic career. Please, please help her. Okay, so is there anyone want to try for the last chance? Okay, if not, maybe I will just close it here because it's been 10:18. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining the the table topic session today. And back to you, Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Dedeh.
Thank you so much, Tablet topic master Toastmaster Bebe ya. Actually, our time at Toastmaster Flow already shared the time, everyone, and I believe everyone eligible. So I will ask our ballot counter, Toastmaster Adibah to share the link as well. Toastmaster Adibah, screen yours.
Okay, wait a minute. There's something nice. Wait, wait. Okay, here are the links. So everyone can vote for our best table topic speaker. Okay, back to Toastmaster Dedeh.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Adibah. Could you please edit again? I'm sorry, I just found that soon to be Toastmaster we ineligible to be voted. Okay, so it's no problem. Okay, so everyone, I believe we already do the table topic session, and we will have the last session. This is the evaluation session, but for this one, this is the part of our general evaluator team. So for this one, I will call our GE, Toastmaster Farah, to introduce our evaluator and also the report from the GE team. The screen is yours.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the meeting. So now is the part where we get to learn so many things from the evaluators team. And first of all, I would like to hand the control to our first evaluator, which, well, wait, Toastmaster Donna, I guess? Yeah, Toastmaster Donna. Screen is yours.
Thank you. Dinda 씨. 안녕하세요.
Hi, 안녕하세요.
Toastmaster Dinda started with a very momentous and eye-catching opening, which is a Happy New Year countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She even had the party popper for us to enjoy. What a lovely, lovely act out. The speech was adorable. She showed us the new cardigan that she bought out of bad self-restraint. She showed us that it's okay if we fail because she failed too in trying to achieve her 2025 resolution in just 3 months. And here we are going to see the things that are sweet, just like pungapang, and spicy, just like kimchi, from Toastmaster Dinda's speech. First of all, she had a very sweet, fishy little cake of an opening. She had the countdown, she had great interactions with everyone, she showed examples, she asked you questions, she gave us plenty of opportunities for us to connect with her. Second of all, she used lots of rules of 3, mentioning 3 things in a row. For example, exercising, books, boyfriend, no buy, gym, skincare, Korean, skincare, hourglass body. And she also mentioned 3 resources from 3 different, very notable sources. And she's also interactive with all of us. However, there is some spice to the speech that she has delivered. First of all, as you might have seen, is time management. She only started her tips when the light has gone red, when in fact, I'd been waiting for the tips because she had so many stories around the 5-minute mark. When it started green, I'm like, where's the tip? Where am I supposed to learn from this? And instead, she took 3 brand new minutes to tell us the tips that she wanted to share, which were all good, but gave her an overtime mark. Second of all, she gave her repetitions before the tips. So it felt like the story was about to be over, starting from the 3-minute mark. And she's like, and so let's do restart to our countdown. And then, okay, is this getting over? Oh, not yet. And restart to our countdown. Oh, not over yet. So it gave me false expectations that it was going to be over even when the tips haven't started. So to make it better, just like paired drinks on our barbecue table, I have one challenge for Toastmaster Dinda. So writing the speech is like the gas pedal. You can press it, but trimming and deleting parts of the speech is like the brake. It is just big of a part as writing the speech, and by mastering both of them, it can make you drive that car real smooth so that it can help you deliver your point in time and just as exciting as your delivery. With that, please remember to keep your great opening, use your rules of 3, and be mindful of your time, do your repetitions, and reduce them, and focus on trimming as well. Thank you. I'd like to hand the control back to the General Evaluator.
Okay. Now, let's proceed to the second evaluator, Toastmaster Tivanka. Screen is yours.
Can you still see me? I just want to check.
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. Toastmaster Learning, is this a part of your strategy to convince people to actually become the VP next year, maybe? Toastmaster Learning, despite the tears you shed a few days after being assigned the VP, I'm glad to also hear that you've grown so much. So much skills from being a VP and also expanding your networking skill. You've done an absolutely good job in becoming a VP. I have personally learned a lot from you, and I'm sure all of us here have too. So can we all give a round of applause, please, for our wonderful VP? Am I still visible, just to check, because my connection was actually pretty bad just now.
Works just fine.
Yes,
Okay.
you're still visible.
Perfect. Okay. Okay, there are good things about your speech that I want to mention. I love that your speech was very heartfelt. Throughout the speech, I just felt the honest feeling, because you obviously engaged the audience with telling us about your experience. Also, our SCBD member that has been working with you as well, and you engaged the audience with some humor when you talked about how becoming a VP is like having a wedding planner, but on a weekly basis. And having a heartfelt story also. And when you resonate the story back to how us as a team, especially when you're becoming a VP of SCBD, and how each one of us all together support and grow together, that makes it more of a relatable sort of feeling that we got from there. But also, there are some rooms of improvement that I want to mention. There are two that I particularly noticed. First is the structure of the speech. I noticed that the structure of the speech feels a little bit jumbled. You start off with the opening of asking people the question of whether we know that you cried after a few days of becoming a VPE. But then when it comes to and then you ended it by wrapping it up with part of your body. But the body felt a little bit jumbled, because when I was listening to your body, where you talked about the lessons that you learned from becoming a VPE, it felt like sometimes I don't actually know what I should be expecting in a way. Maybe I noticed that you particularly mentioned 4 skills that you learned. Maybe you could start off by saying, okay, I've learned 4 skills, and here are the 4, 1, 2, 3. But when you're explaining each one of the skills that you learned, the skills and the example that you gave also feels sometimes, okay, skills example. But to maybe break it down and have a better transition, it's to maybe say, okay, first, I learned this communication skill. And then, for example, here are the examples and your personal story. Second is that I noticed that there was no call to action at the end. So it feels like the speech was a bit unclear where your message is going to take us to. And there's no actionable action that we could immediately take from this speech. And so I suggest that you did mention a good quote, which was, growth isn't always steady, sometimes it's fast and fueled by panic. And maybe your call to action could be something related to that. Like, maybe it could also be encouraging people to push through when we're in a panic situation, because that's where growth happens the most. And so to summarize, you did excel in engaging with the audience. It was a very heartfelt and engaging speech. But I do suggest you that in the future speech, you could have your speech with a call to action, so it can become more actionable for the audience as they're listening to your speech. Back to you, G.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Tivanka. And next, we will have Toastmaster Adrian to evaluate the third speaker. Screen is yours.
I'd like to have this moment to say congratulations to Toastmaster Andhyka for completing his pathway. Yes! Engaging humor. What a way to end it. Toastmaster Andhyka, I always love whenever you speak in front of us that I enjoy every stage of your speech from the start until the end. Also, I learn a lot. There are a lot of life lessons, and you share with us what you learned during your pathway. The first one, you already have the good structure, so I could enjoy every stage of your speech. And I could see you maintain eye contact that shows that you prepare for this day. Wow. And every message that you deliver to us is just, wow, it's just inspiring. The second one, your body gesture is just so well intentioned. You didn't move around a lot. You just stay in the screen and just move and put your hand gesture when it matters the most. And I also love your opening speech that you connect with us with the I am just a structured person, and this is the challenge that I push myself to take the engaging humor, and you have the example of tumpeng rice in this and you engage with us. However, that like your speech title peeling, I would also like to peel some of area of improvements that you could take. The first one, I would like to see the stronger conclusion. What do I mean by that? When you peeling and you remind us the sweetest is always in the inside, you can just use this. It would left us the good impression. And just let loose of yourself. I know we are you Toastmaster Andhyka is just structured person, like have a charisma. However, so I would say to transform from the strict person, calm person, to more loose person by having this pathway would reflect in your conclusion at the end. So let loose of yourself. The second one, I saw that you already still have time for adding more audience engagement. I also noticed that you have the question, who's there to say that we are already perfect? I would like to see another one to engage the audience at the beginning of your speech. Like, how many of you tried the first time and it's not working? So it would engage us more and to challenge you to let loose of yourself. I would dare you to do more impromptu speech. To conclude, you have a good structure, have every message delivered clearly, and for the area of improvement, have a stronger conclusion, have more audience question, and do more impromptu speech. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much, our evaluators, for such an amazing and insightful evaluations from body language, speech structure, call to action. That was not only something to learn for the speakers, but also for us who hear them. Now, I would like to hand the control to our timer, Toastmaster Flo, to give the timer report.
Toastmaster Donna is 3 minutes 30 seconds, very close. Toastmaster Tivanka 4 minutes 26 seconds. Toastmaster Adrian is 3 minutes 35 seconds. So it's only Toastmaster Donna is eligible.
All right. So, do we still have the ballot session for this? No.
So I think we can move it.
Okay. So, before we proceed to the general evaluation session, I would like to hand the control to our SAA for taking the picture.
Okay, while I recovering, just didn't take. I didn't eligible to report it. Okay, so let's forget that and let's move on. Like Toastmaster Andhyka said, life must move on, and yeah, it's just one failure. Okay, everyone, please open your camera. Toastmaster Agung, if you could hear me, you can open the camera. Soon to be Toastmaster Dwi Cahyono. We will have the photo session, so it will be appreciated that you open the camera. Oh, there you are, Toastmaster Agung. Yeah, looks so handsome. Yeah, I think there's something. With soon to be Toastmaster Dwi. So, okay, let's take the picture in 3, 2, 1, go. Nice. And the other one would be more entertaining, contemplating. What's the most suitable gesture for that? Please suggest us, Toastmaster Leony.
Yes, try to thinking.
Oh, try
Thinking.
to thinking like Albert Einstein.
I don't know how Albert Einstein think. But let's try.
Okay. Yeah, let's try, yeah. So everyone, for the second shoot, just imagine yourself contemplating with something that you have done in the past years. So I'll take the picture in 3, 2, 1. Okay, nice. Thank you, everyone. I'll give the control back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Okay, thank you, Mr. SAA. Now, to begin the general evaluation report session, I would like to hand the control to our Ah-WoD counter, Toastmaster Ilmi. The screen is yours.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. I learned a lot from all of the speakers for today. Indeed, I also learned what is the filler word is, and we found a lot of people successfully passing the filler words. Just for the notice, the filler words are not only and so, but I also found that I would like also be the filler words. So be careful. I already give the report on the chat box, and sadly, me personally, I don't see contemplate as much as I can, but I want to challenge everybody here to see contemplate in 1, 2, 3. Contemplate.
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 So maybe who want to try to make the sentence with the contemplate? Can I ask for our belt counter, Toastmaster Adibah? Can you please give me one sentence that including the contemplate?
Sentence. So one thing that makes my day better is when I take a moment to contemplate how grateful I am for the things today.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, our bell counter, and hopefully on the next time we can use contemplate as much as we can, so we can learn from today's meeting. Next from me, back to our GE.
All right, thank you so much, our RW counter, for such a thorough report. Now I would like to hand the control to our grammarian, Toastmaster Aqara. Screen is yours.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Farah. Hello, everyone. Back to me as the grammarian, and here is my grammar report for today's meeting. Today, we will be talking about when to use a little bit versus not at all, and then active versus passive sentences, superlative, derivative words, and finally, the amazing quotes for our speakers today. First, a little bit or not at all. So instead of saying something is not achieved a little bit, we usually say it is not achieved at all. Because when the context is saying that it is not, it is somewhat to some extent achieved, we usually don't use the negation for that context. So instead of this, we say it is not achieved at all. But if you do want to use little in describing that something is not achieved, you have to add this word. It's such a small word, but it means very differently if we don't have this one. So it has not been achieved even a little. Okay, next up, active versus passive. So the main difference between an active sentence and a passive sentence is that in an active sentence, the subject is actively doing something. In a passive sentence, the object has something done to it. So instead of it will be affected my ability to speak a new language, we say it will affect my ability to speak a new language, because affected is the past participle of affect. But in this sentence, we actually need the base verb. So when we say it will be affected, it is actually the passive voice. But in this context, it is incorrect to use the passive voice. We instead use the active because something will affect our ability to speak that new language. Okay, so the correct one is it will affect. And it is incorrect to say it will be affected because we need to be careful on when we do use the active voice versus when we use the passive voice. Next up is the rule of thumb of using superlatives. I thought it was the most funniest joke ever. So this part is a little bit redundant because if we have most, we usually don't add est at the end of the adjective. It's an adjective, right? We usually don't add the est anymore. So we could use either one. A simple rule of thumb is that for short adjectives, 1 or 2 syllables, we add est for the superlative. For example, funny, funniest, tall, tallest. This is a rule of thumb, although there are a few words that doesn't follow this rule. For example, fun. When something is the superlative of fun, it's not funnest, it's most fun. So there are a few exceptions. For longer adjectives that consist of 3 or more syllables, we use most. Most beautiful, most interesting. So in this part, since funny consists of 2 syllables, we can use funniest only. We don't need to add the most. Last but not least, I think this is the last of my grammar points today, is that derivative words. Derivative words are words that we get from the base or root word. For example, child. We can derive the word childish from the word child. And this part is that I appreciate you're brave to join this session. Brave itself is an adjective, but in this sentence, we actually need a noun. So to make the noun, we can derive the word bravery from the word brave. So brave is an adjective. We can derive the noun by adding ry and make it bravery. So I appreciate you're brave to join this session should be, I appreciate your bravery in joining this session. To close up my grammar reports, I would like to mention a few quotes from our prepared speakers today. The first one being a quote from Toastmaster Dinda: resolutions often fail because people never turn it into a habit. The second one is from Toastmaster Leony: growth isn't always slow and steady. Sometimes it is fast and fueled by panic. And last but not least, from Toastmaster Andhyka: humor is about connecting with the audience at the human level. That's all of my grammar reports for today's meeting. I give the control back to our general evaluator, Toastmaster Farah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aqara. So for the general evaluation report, I would like to give my report. First of all, we actually is slightly behind the schedule. We started at 9 instead of 8:55. But shout out to all the role takers. We made it on time until now. And overall, I am so happy that I get to attend this meeting because it's been a while for me joining our session actually. from our speakers, from newer resolutions to the journey of being VPE to the reflection of completing the engaging humor path, I am so happy to hear them because it was all full of contemplation and slowly triggering myself to contemplate in the end of this first quarter of the year also. And the table topic session, I would like to appreciate our table topic master because she made it so engaging, so according to the theme, embracing simplicity. And she even embodied that theme to the way she led the table topic using so efficient and still engaging tools. And also, she asked the guests to participate in this table topic session, which is the main goal of the table topics, I guess, since it's the session where everyone, whether you are a member or a guest, can participate. And I would also want to appreciate our one and only guest for this meeting, I guess, soon to be Toastmaster Dwi, for trying to answer the table topic session because it's not an easy thing to do. I swear, as a member, even me myself is still struggling to answer the table topic session. So congratulations for trying to answer that. And also for our amazing evaluators, thank you so much for the insightful evaluations. And for role takers, for timers and ballot counters, thank you for the efficient report you gave. And for Ah-WoD counter, she made it thoroughly and efficiently report the Ah-WoD counter report via the chat box, and also inviting our ballot counter to make the sentence using our word of the day, contemplate. And also our grammarian. Thank you so much to Mr. Aqara for the detailed report. It's like attending an English class. And also he close it with the quotable lines from our speakers. So all in all, I would like to thank you all of the role takers and also all of the participants for this meeting. And that is my report as a general evaluator. Then I would like to hand the control to our ballot counter, Toastmaster Adibah, for giving the Hall of Fame session. Screen is yours.
Okay, so we have been waiting for the session we wait, the Hall of Fame. So for the best speaker, we choose there are two speaker. So most favorite prepared speaker for this week is Toastmaster Andhyka.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, now let's we take a picture first.
Picture in 3, 2, 1. Jepret. Thank you.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Andhyka. And for the next is most favorite table topic speaker. And so there are many table topic speaker for today. So for the most favorite is Toastmaster Sonny. Okay, congratulations, Toastmaster
Thank
Sonny,
you.
for best table topic for
Congratulations.
this week.
Okay.
And let's take a picture for this.
Okay, picture in 3, 2, 1. All right, Jepret. Thank you.
Thank you.
And okay, and the next and the last is most favorite evaluator for this week. So because yeah, just a little bit more time. So our most favorite evaluator today is of course our Toastmaster Donna.
Yay.
Okay. Congratulations,
I take the picture on your behalf.
Okay.
Okay, Toastmaster Donna.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1. Right. That's great. Back to you, Toastmaster Adibah.
Okay, thank you. And okay. Okay, that's all for the Hall of Fame. Now back to Toastmaster Dedeh.
Thank you so much for the announcement, Toastmaster Adibah, for all of the winner. Congratulations! And I believe everyone is the winner for today because you can give your spirit and your energy for doing well this meeting. And as Toastmaster of the meeting for today's, I believe we already contemplate about the insightful that we got in this meeting. So for this one, I will share the little bit message about what is the simplicity and also our reflection for our today themes. The simplicity isn't just about doing less, but it's about making space for what truly matters. Like Toastmaster Dinda said, to make our resolution is part our habit so we can more close with our goal, and by focusing on the essential we can create room for clarity, purpose, and joy, and also make the another pathway in our life, because the life is not about the structure but also about the challenge that we can face, like Toastmaster Andhyka said, and also the lesson learned as the leader from the Toastmaster Leony shared about the communication, collaboration, and also visibility that we can face in our life. Perhaps it can make more our life more more easy in a good way. So I encourage you to contemplate this idea as you go about your day with the drawing, simple conversation, drink cup of coffee, or maybe with another meeting in the Toastmaster. And the last question for you is, what can we simplify to create more meaning and happiness in our lives? You can answer in your hand, and I believe you can be more meaningful with your life because you are matters and you are very special in your way. It's all from me as the Toastmaster of the meeting. So for this one, I will control back to our Madam President, Toastmaster Donna, to announce. Control back to our Madam Press.
Thank you, Toastmaster Dedeh. Wow, what a great very last meeting that we had today. Wow, got us to contemplate more about the things that we have done the past month and what we're gonna achieve in the next, well, year or so. I am now going to close with a few announcements, just a few things before we go. First is, dun dun! Congratulations to Toastmaster Adibah for becoming a first-time role taker. How was it? Was it difficult today?
Not yeah, because I just feeling nervous maybe for the first time, and I pause for send the chat box just now, but I'm very shy. But it's okay. There is some first time. Yeah, that's also
Exactly.
relief.
Yeah, that's the spirit. It's okay if things happen and the nerves get into you because it's your first time. It's okay to be nervous. Thank you for your courage, Toastmaster Adibah. And I'd also like to announce that we are going to have a 2-week break for Eid on March 28th next week, which is also going to be the Balinese Day of Silence. And for the following Saturday and Friday for Eid itself. We will be back on Fridays, 7 p.m., starting afterwards. But for our very first meeting, right after, I'd like to share you that we are celebrating our birthday. We are turning 20. We are turning 20, and we have our head of party department, Toastmaster Sunny, to give more details. Toastmaster Sunny, time is yours.
Thank you, Madam President, Toastmaster Donna. So yeah, we are going to celebrate our SCBD Toastmaster 20th anniversary. And this week we will celebrate it as SCBD 2.0. Well, yeah, I was inspired by Toastmaster Andhyka just now. And we are going to celebrate the entrance of the adult age of SCBD Toastmaster Club. Because usually 20 is the transition from the young to adult. And in our club, is transitioning to the, young age of the club to the more mature, but still growing and still fun club. And because our topic is 2.0, we will also celebrate it 2.0 times. First, we will do a road to anniversary celebration on April 11. Yeah, that's our regular meeting. So make sure you come because that will be a not so regular meeting. We will have a more fun, more games, and more awards coming on that event. And on the main celebration, it will be on the Sunday, April 13. We will celebrate it on site, so please come in person to celebrate the birthday together. We will start at 11 a.m. and please expect that you will meet fellow friends, some alumni as well, and of course you will meet the most interesting part at the birthday celebration, that is food. A good food that will make you happy. So if you have any future inquiries for the event, you can ask me. But if you are so enthusiastic in joining the event and don't want to miss your spot, so you can start to secure your spot to Toastmaster Bebe, because she will handle all the registration. Of course, you can just go to the event on the spot. So I hope to see you all guys in these 2.0 events. And I think that's all. More announcement and more details for this meeting are coming soon. But please start to allocate your schedule in these 2 days. Thank you, and back to you, Madam President.
Wow, thank you to our chief party master, Toastmaster Sunny. Can't wait for our birthday party. Woohoo! So excited. Really can't wait to share the birthday party with you guys. Well, that'll be all. If you have any other questions regarding SCBD Toastmasters or just anything, and especially that renewals are coming up, Toastmaster Dedeh, you want to talk about that for a little bit? Time is yours.
Okay, so thank you so much for everyone who wanna join in SCBD Toastmaster Club or wanna ask about the Toastmaster itself, the meeting as well, the member or the mentoring or the pathway or anything about Toastmaster. You can, ask me directly in my WhatsApp, or you can follow our IG or our YouTube to know about our meeting in the previous one, so you can have a lot of the reference on, or maybe you want to become of the members or the guests who speech in our YouTube channel, so just join in SCBD Toastmaster Club. And I just want to remember that for the next term and for the 1 April, we need to renew our membership as well. So if you still not renew membership for the existing member, you can contact me to confirm that you will be renewed. And for the detail as well, I will share again in our group. And for you as guests wanna join in part of the SCBD Toastmaster Club, don't for don't worry because you still have a time, because in the next month we still have the new term for the guests also. Don't you know don't insecure with yourself, because everyone here learn about how to speak, how to get the confidence within Toastmaster, and I believe you can one of our journey is to become our the best version of ourselves. So it's all, I believe, from me, Toastmaster Donna as Madam President. I will consult back also to Madam President to close the meeting.
Thank you to Sister Dedeh for giving us a little bit of a lowdown. Since this is renewal season, please renew if you haven't. Deadline is March 30th, right before Eid. So as you do your alms, aka charity, might as well do your membership as well. So thank you, everyone. Really happy to be here. Happy Eid break. And with the power vested in me, I officially adjourn this meeting by saying happy morning.
Happy morning.
Happy morning.
Thank you,
Happy morning.
everyone.
Thank
Happy
you.
Eid break. See you.
Thank
See you,
you.
everyone.
Bye.